What up? What up?
What up? Oh shit. Hit a lamp.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to our Acolyte series review and the end of our Resident Evil 2 playthrough.
Yes. Well, hopefully. Not
No,
hopefully,
we'll finish
but
it.
we'll probably finish it.
Unless
today.
I got stuck on the last boss like I did in that previous episode, we'll be fine. Or, yeah, we won't get stuck. We'll be good.
My confidence in this episode is just gone way downhill. But, yes. So, yeah, we're first going to start out with the Acolyte series review. Like the whole series. Sorry, I got to get me some water.
Oh, all good.
Um,
Gotta hydrate.
Yes, sir. Then we're gonna go into Resi. Probably finish it today, and it's his birthday, which I completely forgot about. So say happy birthday.
Thank you, chat.
I mean, here, I'll put it in.
Don't need to actually put something in like that.
There you go.
All right. So let's have you start off. What you think? Series on rewatch.
I
You took notes?
took notes because I have a terrible fucking memory.
Honestly, I just binged it the last 2 days.
See, I watched it.
I finished it this morning, to be honest.
I will watch the whole thing. I binged it the day after our last stream, so on Tuesday. So I had to take notes, or else I was going to forget, because I wasn't going to watch it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So all in all, the show is slightly better if you binge it all the way through. It kind of connects a little bit better, but it
Still feel flat for you?
to me it still fell flat. TLDR, I would give it about 4.5.
Damn.
Right? Well,
Okay.
I mean, I gave it a 4 before.
Yeah.
Right? So it did make it a little bit better, but there's still quite a few issues I had with it. There wasn't really a lot. I mean, I say that as I'm scrolling through a bunch of
Page
notes, but
yeah.
there wasn't really a lot of things that I haven't already said before. Right? Like the whole fire and space thing in episode 1. It's a nitpick. It's a nitpick.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky just because it is like the whole series. But yeah, so like the whole fire and space thing doesn't make sense. I also wrote down that Pip is kind of a MacGuffin, especially in the first 2 episodes. He is whatever tool is needed in order for OSHA to.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily like a MacGuffin per se. Right? Like a MacGuffin is more like it's the thing that every character wants in a movie. So like in Infinity War, it's the Infinity Stones. That's more of what a MacGuffin is.
Well, I might be using the wrong term, but it's kind of like something that it's something that the character needs in that particular scenario in order to get out of that scenario, right? So I don't know what that would be called. I thought it was called a MacGuffin.
No.
But
it's like a MacGuffin is like the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. Or like
I've never seen
oh my god.
I know. Don't you oh my god me. You've never seen The Godfather, bro.
Jesus.
Don't you oh my god me. But yeah, like Pip, especially in the first few episodes, right? Pip is like he's a welder.
Yeah,
he's a fire extinguisher.
He's like a tool droid, yeah.
He's a taser, a flashlight, an electric screwdriver, a lockpick, a radio transmitter, a comm scanner.
Yeah.
Like
it's like R2D2.
Yeah, but R2D2 is like big.
Yeah.
He's just handheld.
It's a small version of R2D2.
So I wasn't a big fan of.
That's fair. I thought it was kind of cool, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's cool to see a different type of droid.
yeah. Well, Is he really a droid, or is he just like a sentient Game Boy?
They reset him, so I mean, maybe he's more like a sentient Game Boy. I like Pip. Anyways, continue. I'm interrupting.
So they mentioned in the first episode that mechanics are illegal,
Mhm.
and so the Jedi roll up on the ship, and Osha tells them like, "Oh, I'm a mechanic," and Yord's like, "Oh, that's illegal," and then they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I guess they just don't care.
I think that's pretty much what it was, right? Like their priority there was to capture OSHA for
But
the pursuit
still,
of crime.
it's like if you roll up on someone and they're like, "Oh, this person is being accused of a crime." Oh, you're using them as forced labor. All right, well, we're gonna give that a pass because we have to arrest this person.
Yeah, I just
It again, my
Nit-
biggest issue with this
nitpick.
whole series has been the writing,
fair.
and I feel like that's maybe an oversight. If they just had like a little scene or a little something that said like, "Oh, we're reporting this to the Jedi Council," or "We're reporting this to
Yeah.
the Senate," or whatever, then I wouldn't have such an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that in particular. It felt more like I don't know, not really a problem the Jedi would necessarily like deal with.
Well,
Like,
they kind of are the police force.
yeah, but I don't know. It just felt like yeah, too small of a problem. But
Slaves?
well, they're not slaves; they're hired labor, right? That's not they're not forced
Fair,
to do
fair,
it,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
It's just like an illegal job, like drug dealing. You shouldn't look down. You shouldn't do drug dealing.
Oh
but,
my god. I saw this meme the other day where it's like seeing drug dealers and girls with OnlyFans buy their third house and fourth car, and I'm over here struggling trying to be a good boy.
right?
It's like, son of a bitch.
All right,
But
continue.
yeah, so I mentioned this in an earlier review. Yord's Padawan is a Zygerian.
Yeah,
Right? Zygerian, if you don't know, they fought the Jedi because, or rather, the Jedi came and fought them because they built their entire empire on slave trade, and the Jedi shut them down. So, at least in the Clone Wars, they despise the Jedi, every single one of them, because they completely destroyed their economy. Yord's Padawan is a Zygerian, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like you could make the argument that Yord's Padawan was taken before all like the hate or whatever was imprinted on her, but it's I don't know. I felt like they could have picked any other one, and no one would have had an issue. But because they specifically picked one that had this history with the Jedi already established, it felt like why? Like it doesn't make any sense,
fair. Okay.
right? They said like Osha was being accused for the murder, though it's clear that May had much longer hair.
Yeah, but they also had an eyewitness that directly pointed to OSHA saying it was her.
Yeah, but
So
even like the eyewitness is like, oh, this person who has shoulder length hair versus hair that goes down to her ass.
yeah,
It's like, oh, that's her. I guess she just cut her hair then. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky.
yeah,
Not everything was all bad. I did like on the prison ship that the chairs
were the pilots.
were droids.
Yeah,
I really like that, especially how it looked. Oh, so good. And then I got to thinking, and they're kind of just retelling Anakin's story. Let me explain.
okay,
So they were born of the Force with a very high M count. They were too old to become a Padawan in the first place. They were granted Padawan status due to certain circumstances. they both go on killing sprees against those that they deem to be the reason for their mother's death. In Anakin, it's the Tuskens. For May slash Osha, it's the Jedi. Osha starts out as a Jedi and then goes to the dark side due to the failure of the Jedi. Like, it really is just like retelling the story. Granted, there are major differences.
I feel like it's more like a parallel than a retelling of the story, but I can understand why you'd say that.
Right, and it didn't dawn on me watching it through.
Mm.
It's only on the rewatch that I'm like, hold up. Hold up.
Yeah.
May and Osha, I felt definitely had the weakest performance, like acting performance in the whole show, which, give them the benefit of the doubt, they are trying to portray two separate people, right? Like, they're acting for twins. So that's going to already be difficult. But even so, like, still had the weakest performance, and the show was about them. So it doesn't really help. A lot of the fight choreography, in my opinion, especially in the earlier episodes, wasn't really great. It reminded me a lot of like the Rey and Kylo versus the Praetorian Guard fight in The Last Jedi.
You didn't like that fight?
No, because you had these fighters waiting in their spot in order to get repelled. Do you know what I mean?
A little bit, but I mean,
Like
okay,
let's just fight choreography just wasn't clean.
So, like, which fights in particular you're talking about? The very first one in episode 1? Because there's not really very many fights in the first few episodes. There's a fight with Saul, and
I think that's
and
the
May
one.
is the one you're talking about.
I think that's the one that I was talking about. Yeah, I don't think the fight with May and Indara really fell into that, but definitely the one with Soul. Yeah. It felt like the fight choreography could have been cleaned up and could have been a lot tighter, but sorry, that's very Italian. What else? I did I did hear this line, and I thought that it was kind of funny because it's contradictory. But I think it's supposed to be a little bit of like a veiled threat. It's when Indara tells Mother Anastasia, "You cannot deny the Jedi for testing potential Padawans, with your permission, of course."
Yeah.
And I just found that really funny because it's like, you can't deny that, but we need to have your permission first. So it's supposed to be like a veiled threat, but I found it funny. The Witch Coven, it was really cringe watching it the second time. Like, all the laughing during the ceremony. It was,
you mean like the howling and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. It was just very. I'm like, this isn't good. Yeah, just yeah. When it came to Mother Anastasia's death, right? Soul made the right decision, right? In that scenario, the Jedi were in the right, because this is a undocumented dark side force wielding witch cult coven, and they are showing signs of aggression. So, especially when Coral started to got ready to take out Torben, that I mean, Soul was right in that scenario. That's the kind of thing If you were placed in that scenario, that's the kind of thing that 9 times out of 10 people would make. That's the choice that they would make. So, and they try so hard to make you believe that what Soul did was wrong, what the Jedi did was wrong. You had Torben, who was like, "Oh, I spent 7 weeks on this planet. I'm so bored. Oh, I can. These girls are proof that I can go home." Right? That I can understand. But everything else that the Jedi did, objectively, is good. Right? I know you're not going to agree with that, so I am willing to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I'll talk about my opinion on stuff after you finish all yours.
So I think this is the point of like episode 3. May is a textbook psychopath.
Really?
especially in episode 3. Holy shit!
Because all right, I'm gonna say something right here.
Yeah.
I actually found it like more the opposite, which is really weird to me. Because on first watch, it definitely seems like May is more of a psychopath. But then, if you like really pay attention to Osha during those scenes, like she was also holding a creature first.
Yes.
Like there was a lot of things to me. It seemed like Osha was more dark as a child than May in particular. The only times May ever really got upset was when I had to deal with Osha leaving. That was the only like from my watching. Otherwise, like May's a pretty happy kid throughout that whole episode.
I think it's a difference of almost like a difference of perspective for the girls. Like May was content living her life with the Coven.
Yeah.
Right? Osha wanted to see the universe.
Yeah.
See what else is out there.
But for me, so like Osha starts harping on May when May is holding that creature, right? But
when
she
she's
was
holding that creature for too long.
Yeah, but she also did the exact same thing like 2 seconds prior.
Yeah, same action, but for a much less time. It was more like hold and then let go.
I don't know. I watched that episode.
I know that's
like,
semantics and specific.
2 days ago. It didn't really feel that way because she does it twice. She holds the creature once, lets that one go, and then she holds another one.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't. I don't know. For me, rewatching like it on first watch for sure, it feels like May is like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
But when I was rewatching, I was specifically paying attention to see that, right? And it really didn't seem that way to me. Excuse me. Other than when she's like, "I'm gonna kill you." That shit was a little weird.
Well, it's
But like the rest of it, like literally, it was just her get. So like when Osha is like not paying attention and disinterested in the witch's lesson, she's like pay attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of the time I felt like not necessarily Osha was in the wrong, but Osha definitely had like the darker disposition during that episode.
I can definitely understand where you're coming from, though I am going to point out that Osha definitely gives signs of someone who is a controller and a manipulator.
You mean May?
Sorry, yes, May. Because she is refusing to let Osha feel the way that she wants to feel and refusing to let Osha do the things that she wants. She's like, we are sisters. We have to stay together.
Yeah.
We have to do all this. So she's trying to control Osha into doing what May thinks is right.
I could definitely see that as well.
Right? Which is but those are symptoms of psychopathy. Right? Having someone who wants to control every little bit of their life and is willing to manipulate people in order to have that control.
I don't know. I wish I took notes because I definitely had some different thoughts during that. But
Right, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about media and art is that it's subjective. Right? Like one person can think one thing of a scene, another person can think another.
yeah,
Right? And it's just that's just what it is, right? But I definitely think May is a class A psychopath.
yeah. No, I felt differently on rewatch. But all right, continue.
Here we go. So it definitely felt like Mother Anastasia was actually going to kill herself as part of the ceremony. This is still episode 3. I think what was being implied was she was going to mark both the girls. She was going to brand both the girls. And that after both girls were branded and become the new leaders of the coven, that she was going to kill herself, go down into the hole, like fall, like jump into the hole and kill herself. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely gave the vibe. There was that part where Indara's like, oh, that ceremony, like it seemed really important what was going to happen. And May said, well, Mother Anastasia says that everyone must walk through fear and that we must sacrifice for something, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember all of it, which kind of leans a little bit more towards that.
Interesting.
So Soul believes that May is saying that the girls are going to be sacrificed. But I think it was Mother Anastasia saying that she was going to sacrifice herself. That's the cycle of the coven leader.
Interesting.
That's not a critique. That's not a boon. That's just something interesting that I thought of watching the episode. Then now we're into episode 4. When Osha says everything's changed now that Osha's alive.
You mean
that
May?
Fuck yes. And that she's going to hand herself over to the Jedi.
Yeah.
But then she still wants to kill the Jedi, so nothing changed.
She doesn't know because she was going to hand herself into Kalnaka. That's why she went there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she was going to hand herself over to the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right? And face the consequences of her crimes because Osha is alive.
Yeah.
Right? So that implies that she had a revelation, that she's moved on from her revenge plot, and that she wants to rebuild the connection with Osha.
Yeah.
But then, as soon as Kalnaka's dead, right, which Chimera framed her for, she's still on this revenge plot to kill Soul.
She's not, okay, no, she's not on a revenge plot to kill Soul. She wants Soul to admit the truth to Osha. That's kind of what I got from that. Because she never directly tries to kill him during any of the last 4 episodes. She's like, oh, you're going to turn yourself into the council and admit your crimes.
All right, that's fair.
I don't see her still on a revenge plot after that. Like, it's more about
but
her getting Soul to admit the truth to Osha.
There was those scenes where she had
even the last episode where like she had the chance, like she took his lightsaber.
Yeah.
She threw it. She didn't try to attack him there.
Well, she did. There was that scene, I think it was in episode 7, where she did have like a knife or some sort of weapon, and she was walking up onto Soul while he was piloting the
You know
ship,
what? That's true. Yeah.
right? Which you could say she was just using that because she thought she needed protection
Yeah.
from Soul.
Or like force him to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, having a weapon on you and kind of walking up slowly behind someone who is otherwise occupied does give a menacing overtone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I felt they could have been a little bit more. What am I trying to say? They could have shown her change a little bit more clear, right? But I don't know. That's just me. And then she's like, "Oh, everything changed."
Yeah.
Right. I want to rebuild my life with Osha. She then knocks out Osha, leaves her for dead.
Yeah.
Which, and then like I can understand if you knock out Osha in order to get out, but then just to leave her there in order to escape yourself. Still, it rubs me the wrong way because it feels contradictory to her revelation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. For me, during that portion, like, it felt like, because she was trying to she basically thought her and her sister were going to reconnect, and then Osha was like, no, I still have all this hate for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's when she made the decision to get Soul to admit to what he had done. And I mean, obviously she still left her there, but it was not like she could necessarily like bring Osha along with her and Soul, because then it would be easily revealed that she's not Osha, you know?
Yeah. No, I understand that. Basil pisses me off. No particular reason. I don't know if it's the way he moves or the sounds he makes. He just pisses me off every time he's on screen. I don't know. It's just I see Basil, I just want to punch him in his little fucking face. Which is weird because I love otters. I love otters. Otters are one of my favorite animals. But this guy,
He's just it's just weird because he like sniffs so much. One thing that I noticed on my rewatch, I actually kind of feel like I figured out the reason that he fucks up the ship when Soul is chasing her. So Soul, like the episode just prior, he watches Soul basically like the Jedi are like, we're coming, and then he watches Soul like turn off his transponder and like not reply to the Jedi. So I think that's where he starts to have like doubts towards Soul there and what Soul was doing.
okay.
That was my like interpretation, because that's the only thing that really makes sense. Like otherwise, like that's the moment to me where like you kind of see Basil's character like start kind of going against Soul, because he's still kind of trying to figure out everything during episode 7, like what happened, because he wasn't there to witness that shit.
So this just a thought in my mind now. Just a thought in my mind right now. What is going to happen to Basil?
I think we're not going to really see him again. I don't think he's...
Because I'm pretty sure he was at least around the area when the fight happened on Brendok. Not Brendok.
Core 4 or whatever?
Yeah, on Kofor. So he knows at least that there was a battle and everything.
Yeah.
So does he believe that Soul actually did turn on
I
everyone?
think
or?
that's kind of what he starts to think, because I don't think he actually witnessed the battle there towards the once it started.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember if he was there, because he definitely led them there.
He was definitely like, you don't see him
But I don't know
during that section. You only see him kind of like running away afterwards,
Yeah.
like through the forest. So I don't think he actually saw what went down, and that's kind of like probably where his doubts kind of start to form about Soul. But for me, what really drove home, like, because he basically watches Soul just like not respond to the Jedi and like not follow protocol there towards the end, and that's when he like starts to hide from Soul, and then you know Soul's trying to shoot down May, and he always sees Soul like knock May out and shit and have her captive and then all that shit. So he's like, he starts to doubt him, is what I personally think like kind of happens just from my interpretation of watching it.
Right. I mean,
But yeah, no, he is like a gross character just because he's like, he's a tracker, but he like sniffs, and I like his like the noises he makes are kind of irritating.
oh my god,
So-
I want to kick a field goal with him.
So I definitely understand that.
Fuck. Pisses me off so much.
But character wise, I kind of see why he does what he does in episode 8. Just from my rewatch.
Yeah.
I watched those 2 episodes this morning, so
Episode
It's pretty
6, I
fresh.
feel, was the best thematically,
episode 6 is good.
where
didn't-
you had Soul who lost the battle and everything is cracking and showing the emotions and everything. And then you had Chimere who won the battle being calm and collective. If you took those 2 character traits, you would think that Soul was the dark side user, Chimere was the light side one, right? Which I felt really, like, especially thematically, worked really well, because a lot of this show is trying to empathize with the villains,
Yeah,
right? That's
sure.
what they're trying to push. I'm not necessarily for that 100%. Like, it can work really well, like in Black Panther,
yeah.
but I felt like this particular one, especially in the Star Wars universe, where you really do have a good and a bad. trying to sympathize with the bad is very difficult to write. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to write. And showing the good as doing bad things, again, not impossible to write, but difficult. I mean, just take a look at Andor, right? Like, objectively, what Andor is doing is bad, but it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
So you can understand why he's doing that. But when you take, like, a villain doing good things for a bad reason or bad things for a good reason, you don't emphasize, or you don't sympathize with them nearly as much because they are the villain. But yeah. I really don't like the idea of possession in Star Wars. I just feel like it feels really cheap to me.
That concept isn't new to me because I've seen it a lot of in Star Wars, like video games and shit. So like it's not as alien to me for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, even in the Clone Wars, we kind of see a bit of that with the Night Witches and stuff. So.
But there's a limit to it, right? With the Night Witches, they have to be within that area. Like you saw that in Rebels.
Yeah.
Right? If they leave the cave, that possession is broken.
I mean,
yes,
same type of thing.
Yes, but
it's not like they're on a different planet or something.
And I get that, but it just feels cheap to me. Like I can't really put a direct, like, a reason why. It's just like at any point they can just possess someone and make them do the bad things. I don't know. It just feels really cheap.
For me, like, the possession makes sense because it's like the whole coven doing it. It's that whole power of many thing. But when we see Mother Anastasia kind of go into Torben, it's not to the same level of control as we see when it goes into Master Kalnaka.
That's another thing. Is like I actually liked Anastasia possessing Torben because Torben is a Padawan.
Yeah.
He's not nearly as disciplined.
Yeah.
And she's the leader of the coven. Mm-hmm. So she is arguably the most powerful.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she would be able to do that.
Yeah.
Kalnaka is a Jedi Knight, at least a Jedi Knight.
He's a Jedi Knight. Yeah.
I don't know if he was a master at that point.
Yeah.
But he is at least a Jedi Knight, and so is much more difficult to possess. Mm-hmm. So you can argue, it took the whole coven to possess him.
Literally.
But he's also a Wookiee, man.
I don't know. It made sense to me, and because I feel like I'm familiar with, like, in Knights of the Old Republic,
that could be it too.
There's a lot of like possession shit that goes on in that.
Yeah.
So.
Because I don't play a lot of the Star Wars games.
Yeah, I've seen it in a lot of different Star Wars media, so it's not like Clone Wars and then Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, but I don't know why Clone Wars just felt like Clone Wars and Rebels. The possession in that just felt different. Like I don't remember if they had to literally get possessed by a ghost, like they literally had someone go into their body to possess them, or if they had to. I think in Rebels they like inhaled some like that green gas. But in this one they just possess them. Like you don't need line of sight to them, right? You can just pick someone, and as long as they are taken off guard, you can possess them. And I don't know. It feels cheap. It feels cheap, in my opinion, right? Again, the whole Torben 7-week thing is fucking stupid. Like 7 weeks was the whole duration of the show. So, and it got me thinking, like, maybe they're trying to make a comment on, because they knew they were going to get a lot of hate for the show. And so something's
I don't think people write like that, but that's
no, I mean the whole thing is like, oh, we've been here for 7 weeks and it's been completely dull and all.
Yeah.
You could make an argument that there was some underlying tones about the direction, or the director kind of saying that about the vocal minority of Star Wars fans who complain about the show.
But you have to remember at the time, like, those shows were written well in advance of, like, any...
But that's why I said they knew that it was going to get hate.
Yeah, I don't...
That's just something that popped in my head, and it's like, oh, that seems a little weird. Like, 7 weeks is a very weird number to pick. And it just lined up with the duration of the show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know, it was just a weird coincidence. And then we get to the whole fire in the mine. Fire doesn't spread like that. Fire can't burn rocks. Right? You thought that it was... They were like the fire was going through the electrical system.
Yeah, it's an electrical fire.
But see, that's the thing, is like an electrical fire doesn't burn. Just like
No, but it
the fire doesn't travel along the wires. Right? Like an electrical fire in a house, it creates a lot of heat, and then the house catches fire. That doesn't really happen with rocks, right? So that it's the same thing with like the fire in space thing. Like they needed something, and it was just, it doesn't really make sense, but they needed something in order to do, you know what I mean? Torben is as physically strong as a fucking coked out Wookiee, apparently.
Yeah, bro, he got one-handed lifted up by a Wookiee. He's not as physically strong.
He blocked a Wookiee's lightsaber.
Albeit with one hand.
He was using one hand.
The Wookiee was.
So was Torben.
I thought he was using two hands.
It was when he was up against the wall. He had his lightsaber in his right hand, and he held it down like this.
Oh, okay.
And he had his other hand on the Wookiee's hand, trying to like pull him away from his throat. So he's literally as strong as a fucking Wookiee, coked out on which position. Which, I mean, Torben lifts, bro. Torben lifts. The whole Indara forcing out the witches and killing them instantly, it doesn't look good. Even on a rewatch, it's like, really? Something I did notice when Mother Anastasia went into the smoke before Soul stabbed her, in the original, or my first watch through, I thought it was to stop the fighting. But no, she was trying to take May away from the fight, because May also started to turn to smoke.
Yeah, well, you definitely see it go towards May, but you also see it goes towards the fighters, so...
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on what still happened there, but I could see that interpretation.
I think that's what it was, because May, she knew that the fight was going to happen either way, wanted to get May away from there, so that she didn't get hurt.
That makes sense. Yeah, first watch I didn't notice the smoke going towards her, but yeah, on the second one today I saw.
Yeah. And then, at the end, Soul allows Osha to fall to the dark side. He doesn't even try and talk her out of it. Which, yes, you can be regretful for your actions, you can be sorry for everything that you do, but not even try and be like,
I think
this will lead to the dark side. Is this what you want?
Here's the thing. You have to remember he's being choked. You're not able to get full words out. The only thing he manages to say during that moment is "it's okay." It's like the only it's two words while he's being choked out before he gets like full on choked out. So I don't feel like in that moment he kind of felt like it was inevitable. So the least he could do kind of there was kind of like console her. But that was my opinion on that, because like you're being choked out, like it's not easy to fucking talk and have a full on don't fall to the dark side, all blah 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 blah, all this shit.
Yeah, but
while you got someone like force choking you.
Still,
like two words is.
I feel like something about him trying to prevent Osha to going down that path.
There's also like guilt there too.
Like I get the guilt. I get the guilt.
To her for 16 years, so I feel like he felt more was just like inevitable at that point. And the only thing he could do was kind of console her.
And I get that, but I don't know. Like I just felt like he should have at least tried to do something, right? But you can't you
could argue
critique
that
a show on what you want to happen. You have to critique on what did happen.
I mean, he did try to do something. He tried to console her for what she was doing.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like at the exact moment he was telling Osha that he loves her, and then she was fucking choking him out.
So yeah, all in all, it is a little better watching it all together as one show. It's because it was almost written like an 8-part movie, right? And I can't take credit for this. This is from Eckhart Slaughter on YouTube. That seems to be what Disney does with these live action shows, is that they write this whole story and then break it up into 8 pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
And that makes a show feel disconnected.
Yeah. I definitely think that's kind of how they've been doing it.
And so series. Like X, he really doesn't like this whole 8-part movie.
Yeah, I think
situation, which is
a lot of people would agree with that, though. To be honest, the only show that so far that they've done, I guess, there's 2 shows. Mandalorian and Andor are both 2 series that have actually been written in a way that feels more episodic than anything else so far. Ahsoka is definitely felt like a movie.
There are
Obi-Wan,
Mando, and Andor.
Yeah,
are both arguably the best live action shows that they've made.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so all together, because you're watching it all together, this story does flow better. In my opinion, still not a great story. Right? Some of the acting performances do fall flat. The 2 things that I did enjoy about it, the direction actually wasn't that bad. Like the actual framing of the scenes and the shots and everything do look good, right? And that leads into the second one, is that it is a very good looking show, right? Like the props and everything look really good. The sets look amazing. The environments look super great.
That's some really good set pieces.
It's just the writing and some of the acting just really fall short for me.
Fair enough.
And that's kind of what drags it down. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, so I felt pretty much the exact opposite.
I respect your opinion, but I reject it.
Personally, it feels like, for what you said, it's a stronger on like binging it, especially those first 4 episodes. To me, I think also part of the reason I might have liked it more is because on rewatch, you have a way better understanding of where each character is in those specific moments, because you already kind of know like how it's going, if that makes sense. And that's like, first off, like, that's not to say like, because like watching it the first time, it's definitely more, it's broken up and you're a little more lost on what these characters are feeling, especially without the context of the episode 7, the other flashback.
Right.
But for me on like rewatch, it was definitely stronger because you have all that context. So you're able to kind of see each character's point of view a lot better. May's acting, or not, like the actresses who played May and Osha, the only episode I really didn't like for her acting wise was that episode 6, and specifically when she was playing May on the ship. That was the only episode where the acting kind of felt flat to me, surprisingly enough. Otherwise, because I think I had that additional context of like where May was, like, and what her thought part, like, because like she is going for revenge against the Jedi because they killed her mom, they killed the Coven, all that shit. Like it made a lot more sense, her motivation throughout everything. Like I was saying earlier about the Basil stuff, rewatching it.
Hate him.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the character, but rewatching it, it makes more sense, his actions in episode 8,
Oh,
because before that was pretty confusing. But rewatching it, like, yeah, it makes a lot more sense, especially after you watch his soul basically like ignore that the Jedi were coming and like turn off the transponder and all that. Like you watch his soul do that, which would like make him sus
Yeah.
of Soul specifically and lose trust in him.
Sorry, I apologize. I put it on the category as the game, not just chatting.
Oh, all good.
So for that first 45 minutes, but it's
No,
on just chatting now.
it's all
So
good.
that's my bad.
The Indara fight, there's a few things I noticed.
Which one?
The first,
Episode 1?
yeah, she did well. She just the second fight. She really just comes and stops Kalnaka. That's not really. That's her breaking up a fight. So her only fight, episode 1, the first kind of scene. It makes a lot more sense because she sees May's marking on her forehead, and then she has the revelation of who she is, if that makes sense. So I think because she also has some guilt towards that incident, even though it wasn't, that's like she was trying to prevent it the whole time, that resulted in her lack of like taking actual like serious act, like a more solid defensive stance against May, like going all out in that fight scene.
Right.
So there's that. Yeah, the prison break stuff is good. I like the little foreshadowing that there's a lot of foreshadowing. I felt like that Osha was darker than May on rewatch, especially like rewatching the episode 3. Like she was a very like depressed kid. Right? And like I'm not trying to like invalidate her feelings. I'm just saying that she had dark feelings from a very young age already.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like
It's a part of her situation, right? Like I get it.
yeah,
But
it's like
those
you're
feelings
a free
are there.
spirit that's caged, and you're not allowed to
Yeah.
go outside. It's like, of course, you're going to be depressed.
Yeah, but I mean, she's depressed still. Like at the end of the day, like you can argue that like of course she's depressed because of these reasons, but at the end of the day, she's still depressed and still has those like dark feelings. I felt like she was very like you said, like May feels a little bit more like a manipulator, but at the same time, like Osha is very like pushed back against May, so it's like I don't really feel like she's being manipulated in that way, if that makes sense, because of her pushback on May like throughout the entire childhood arc. Even when May is like doing the like singing the song, Osha's like, no, I'm not really into this, you know?
Yeah.
What else is there? Episode 2 was good. It was interesting to see Soul, because like you're talking about how the fight scene with Soul, and May was kind of like waiting to take your
Yeah, the
shots and stuff a
choreography
bit.
was very loose. The fight choreography was really loose, and I think it should have been tightened up a bit.
I feel like again this comes down to having the like each character's perspective. Like Soul in particular, once again, I don't feel like the Jedi that were involved in the incident on what's the name of the planet again? Brendok?
Brendok, yeah.
Like a lot of the time I don't feel like they don't have any resentment towards May. I think they just feel sorry for her. So like he's not really like actually trying to like fight May in that sequence. He's just trying to defend against May in that sequence.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, I did have this one other criticism. It was with the Indara fight, but I think it happened a couple other times. Like I think with Torben, when the witches started shooting their arrows. So I know in Legends, which was the expanded universe, the reason why Tusken Raiders use slug throwers and not laser rifles is because Jedis can't deflect bullets. What happens is the metal melts and then the Jedi gets
Slug
hit
rounds,
with...
yeah. Mandalorians also has slug rounds.
Yeah. So when May is throwing her blades at Indara, she's deflecting them with her lightsaber, which nitpick shouldn't happen. Same with when Torben is deflecting the arrows. Shouldn't happen. What should have happened with Torben is he could have cut the arrows which would have caused them to fly off path.
Yeah.
But he is deflecting them.
Yeah, I think that's just an oversight. I think if they're trying to use like slug rounds, they would have made it obvious that, because those are specific rounds too that they used.
But like it makes sense. Like any metal, it would just melt, and so you get hit with molten metal, right? Like if they were made out of wood and they just burnt, right? Like, okay, I can understand that. Laser on laser deflection, can understand.
You gotta also remember there's like the magnetic field around the lightsaber. Like it's not just the plasma there. There's a whole field containing that plasma.
Yeah.
So like you can argue that that's what's deflecting the knives.
But again, like
the arrows.
The only, I could be wrong, but I believe the only metal that is magnetic is iron. So any alloys of iron are magnetic. That's why steel is magnetic. It's because it's made with iron. Like
See, I'm not huge on science, so
like aluminum isn't magnetic. Tungsten isn't magnetic. Lead's not magnetic. Gold isn't magnetic. Silver's not magnetic. Right? So it's like, if that's the case, right? Like Beskar, you can make the argument that Beskar is magnetic because it is repelling. Like you can like hold a lightsaber with Beskar, right? So you could make the argument that Beskar is magnetic. Cortosis, I don't think you can make that argument because it shorts it out.
yeah.
Right? You could make an argument that it is magnetic, but it's like a reverse magnet, like reverse magnetic. So instead of it pushing against it, it just like deactivates it because it's like a different wavelength, and that's what causes it to short out. It's that the magnetic field gets disrupted. But if you're just using regular metal, yes, iron is the most common metal on Earth, but is it the most common metal on other planets? Is every metal in Star Wars magnetic?
Yeah.
Right? Like there's some things that don't make sense, but it could make sense. We just need more information.
I
get it. It's a nitpick.
Yeah.
It's a nitpick.
Yeah, like just for me, like coming from a writer's perspective, like a lot of that stuff when you're writing, you don't like think people are gonna like dig hardcore into that. You know what I mean? Kind of like the fire with the mind. You're just gonna write there's a fire, right? Like you're not gonna like think too deeply about, you know, the whole like, oh, it's mostly rock, all this shit.
Well, and then like you say that, but like I'm reminded of this very famous quote by, I believe it was Mark Twain, right? It's like, make your story, no, it's something where it's like, do your research and then distort the facts.
You mentioned this in a previous episode too.
I have to look it up, but
it's just one of those things where like coming from that writer's perspective, you usually don't like, you're writing for entertainment, right? You're not typically thinking about these facts unless it's like a science heavy story like Star Trek, for instance. Like especially in a fantasy setting, like you're just, you know, you're not you're not worried about that stuff. Get your
facts first, and then you can distort them as much as you please.
Yeah,
that's the quote, right? And like that. To me, the best written stories are the ones that are thought out.
Yeah, that's
right,
fair.
especially in the universe, right? So like
I'm also not a huge space nerd, so I don't know
that's fair,
all that
right?
shit.
But yeah, no, I think you're right. So I'm not gonna. I think you're right that I've said this before, so I'm not gonna get into it. But it's like in Star Trek, they only go to planets with an oxygen nitrogen environment so that they don't wear spacesuits, right? Because that makes sense. Because people only breathe oxygen nitrogen atmosphere. And that's like like something that's good when it comes to writing. But sorry, continue.
Where was I? I forget what
episode.
I think I was still like around episode 3. I also, so one thing I may I also didn't remember this from my first watch, but rewatching, I was like, oh, you see May definitely escape at the end of the episode. I forgot that even happened because it seems like the episode ends and then you see May by the tree,
the
Bunta tree, and I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about that scene. So that should have really,
to be honest, me too.
That should have really debunked a lot of the theories around like them being the same person.
I feel like that would have made the story a lot better if it was the same person, but like the trauma caused a split. I think that would have been really cool, but can't.
No, I'm just saying that should have debunked those theories like right then and there.
Yeah. Well, and I think it kind of did. I think that theory kind of came out after the first 2 episodes. But
episode 4 is probably I feel like probably the weakest episode of the series. Because it's just like, I feel like a lot of it's better on rewatch, but it's like, I can understand watching it week to week and not being super into it because it's just like, you're not getting enough pieces of the story at once, like during those like 30-minute episodes,
right,
for it to really like come together. But on rewatch, like I watched those first 4 episodes back to back. It felt better, but it's still, episode 4 still feels the weakest of them all because it's like, it's mostly set up for what happens in episode 5. Not too much like plot wise goes on there. Although it's really funny watching Kimar, the stranger, kind of like act with May during those episodes, and like how he's definitely trying to manipulate her to like not betraying him, but he's like, bitch, you're betraying me right in front of you, right in front of me. Like, I know, he's like, you're gonna regret this and shit. Like, I just found that super fucking funny during that episode.
Yeah,
and it just really shows like how good of an actor Manny
Jacinto,
yeah, something like that. Jacinto's name is. He did a really good job.
Oh, he's Canadian?
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
But yeah, it was just funny. May's change of heart, like, once again, stuff like makes more sense when you have the context of what actually happened on Brendock and May's perspective. Mother Kroll really like fucking just like amped her up to do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
that.
I really liked Coral in the first flashback.
Yeah,
because you can understand like she is the overprotective mother, and Anasea is the mother that is like the loving and caring and
lets them get away with shit.
Oh, you want an ice cream? Yeah. Here you go. Also, spice cream.
Right.
Fucking, they're like, oh, you want cocaine ice cream? Sure, kids. Like, what? I think they were just trying to be cute, like spice cream, ice cream, but still, spice. Like,
using
all the
term
words,
spice,
of all the words, you use spice.
Maybe spice is okay in small doses.
Oh God! Well, I mean, technically, they do use spice for the Bacta tanks, right? Like, it is a medicinal thing, but
yeah. So episode 4 is the weakest. I do like one thing that the show does really well, though. I really loved all the actual like set pieces, like each city that we go to. Like the first episode, also you see Kimar's ship in that first episode, like right in the background when May gets to the planet. I didn't
Chimere?
Or Chimeres, yeah. I didn't notice that on.
I didn't notice it on any of my watch-throughs.
Like the first watch, because you don't even realize that that's his ship. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one that took May to that planet as well. But yeah, just like that city environment where Endara was, like on the coast, and then when they go to Olega, I think is the name of the second planet.
I think so. I don't know if that's the name of the planet or the city. It was very vague.
It's Star Wars, like, yeah, you don't really fucking know what that shit.
Fair.
It could be both. It could. But like, they're just like really beautiful environments.
Well, and that's what I said. It's like that's the one thing. Show. That's the one thing this Disney era has done really well with Star Wars, is that everything looks great.
Yeah.
Except for Resistance, but everything else looks great.
Yeah, the fight scenes, like I like how they're very like martial arts wuxia inspired. It feels like. Yeah, I enjoy them. It's just like it's cool to see that type of inspiration kind of make its way into Star Wars more. Um, I don't know. I really enjoyed this series, especially on rewatch. Like I feel like and watching it like more whole than like episode by episode, the story really gets hurt. I feel like having it diced up because it essentially is like you said, like
An 8-part movie.
8-part movie.
Again, technically, I didn't say that.
No, but like that's a lot of like a lot of
People's
people have that like sentiment
opinion.
towards the Disney era, like Marvel stuff and the Disney like Star Wars stuff, because it really does feel that way. Like they write a whole story and then they kind of dice it up, and I mean that's kind of what you do when you're writing a series, anyways. But when a non-episodic series, because there are like sometimes you do just write episode by episode and you have like an overarching plan for that, but for these it feels like they just diced it up into whatever ways they felt like was the best, and I think that really hurts the series overall. Episode 5 still really really good.
The fight in episode 5 is very good.
I liked episode 6 a lot more on rewatch. It feels a lot more nuanced. I just don't like May in that episode in particular with her acting. That's the only episode for me that felt a little flat. But I think it really just, like I said, it helps to have her perspective already on watching it, and that's something you can't really do on your first watch. So that does hurt the series overall because you don't have those character perspectives yet. So you can't really like understand their actions fully until you have that perspective. So I think that is a failure that the writing team, like I get they wanted to add like this mystery, overarching mystery with what actually happened on Brendok throughout the series to kind of incentivize us to keep watching. But at the same time, it hurts what feels like the characters like motivations because you don't understand their motivations and stuff quite then. And then like even episode 6, so like I found it very interesting because Soul talks about going to the council and like admitting, like going to the High Council specifically and admitting his mistakes. And when you're watching that for the first time, you don't understand he's talking about what happened on Brendok and not what just happened on the fight with Kofar. So that's kind of interesting too. Like you're understanding Soul's perspective and you're understanding May's perspective a lot better. Osha is the only, like Osha is very much our character POV throughout this series.
Well, and that's the thing is like Leslie Headland when she was writing this story, really wanted the unreliable narrator as like the story trope, which can be done.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't done the best in this series,
especially when you write it as an 8-part movie. It just it doesn't work right. It falls flat. I felt like if it was just a regular mystery as opposed to an unreliable narrator, it would have been a better show.
I mean, she's not necessarily an unreliable narrator. She just didn't get all the facts.
That's
right.
That's the unreliable narrator.
Like you
don't have all the facts. You have one person's perspective on everything, and then later you find a different perspective, and then you take those two to put it together to get what truly happened.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sometimes I think of like movies like Memento, where it's like
I've never seen Memento.
Yeah. But basically it's a movie in reverse. Sorry, spoiler.
Son of a bitch.
Or like with the unreliable narrator, sometimes it's like somebody who's like actually like seeing shit they shouldn't see. What I guess I don't want to spoil this movie for you, so I'm not gonna bring that up. Never mind. But yeah, no, it's just like you see Osha's perspective and then you see May's perspective, and you're right, it makes a lot more sense. But it's just like, yeah, it could have been handled better and written better. Because like on that first watch through, like you're not able to empathize and sympathize with the characters as much and understand their thought process taking all these actions as much. And that is a failure of the writing.
And I feel like they try to force that sympathy for the villain like they try to push it so hard that it almost has the reverse effect, because it's like you should feel sorry for this person. Look at all the shit that they've gone through. It's like, yeah, but they're still doing bad stuff. Like,
Yeah, like I definitely understand.
oh, hey Sherry, hi.
Hello. I definitely understand May's perspective. Like it just like watching a parental figure like get killed, not just die, but like specifically get killed by somebody in front of you. Like that would
Oh, that's nice. Sherry says happy
thank
birthday.
you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's just like it that's something that where like deep resentment would definitely form from that. Like
And
it's
I 100% agree with that.
you know,
I feel like we feel the same way about the show, but to different degrees.
yeah.
Like I think the show is meh, but like the same episodes. Like I think episode 6 is the best. You think episode 6 is the best. Like we have the same sort of feelings for the show. It's just yours is up here and mine's kind of
Oh, you're
here.
down. Yeah.
So
Yeah, the one episode I thought was a bit weaker on rewatch. Like 4, like kind of stayed the same in my mind, but like it's still not great. Episode 8, like the finale, felt a little bit weaker on rewatch,
yeah, the finale was definitely
and I feel like that's partly just due to once again kind of the way it was handled.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the series. Like for me, like I still get that and feel like it's very much Star Wars, and I definitely still enjoy it more like personally than Obi-Wan or Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is like
Yeah. Overall, the series would be like for me, like I still don't want to say like a full on 8, but like 7.5 is
Yeah.
kind of where I land with it. It just feels very much like the Star Wars that kind of I wanted to see. We got a lot of cool like lightsaber fights, a lot of cool like Sith action. We got like to see more like Force stuff and like I don't know. It felt like a good expansion of the Star Wars universe. I can understand why people don't like it as much, but I also still feel like a lot of the hate is like super unwarranted, and I feel like a lot of people hating on the show actually haven't really seen it and are just kind of jumping
Yeah.
on the bandwagon of hate.
Yeah.
Because even like as my brother like started watching the show, and he's like, oh, there's like, because I think a lot of the people have been making comments that it's like the gayest Star Wars show. I don't want to like say it like that, but that's what people are saying. And he's like, no, it's not like that at all. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah it's not.
yeah.
It's really not. Like there's a little bit of implied
And it's barely
yeah
implied.
like it's just the two heads of the coven kind of have like a relationship with each other.
And I wouldn't even go as far as that. I think it was more like I am the one who created the child and you are the surrogate. So we have to have some sort of relationship.
No, but like there's definitely
That's what
a
I
bit
took
of
from it.
intimacy
Like, there wasn't
there.
I didn't even see any intimacy.
It's because like so it's specifically it's like one scene, but it's like
It
when
is
Anastasia like is kind of like she like touches Coral's face and stuff. There's a bit of intimacy there,
Yeah.
but that's like it.
It's
Yeah, I don't know. I super enjoyed the show. It's Star Wars I wanted to see. I really hope we get more from it. I feel like the series overall like would be if we get more like it can get better if that makes sense.
yeah.
If they learn kind of from the mistakes. 'Cause we're not going to have that forced like narrative perspective anymore if that makes sense.
Right. It's definitely going to be a much more linear story, which should make it a better
Yeah.
story.
We still have a lot of questions like the stranger's connection to Vernestra. We know that
I mean, that's kind of been implied. We just don't know what the falling out was.
Yeah, exactly. So we need like a bit more of that backstory, and then we need with Plagueis and stuff. We need to see
Yeah.
that, and I really want to see what happens with the stranger and Osha and like how their story is going to end, because I think we all kind of know that they're not going to be like the most successful Sith
Well,
ever.
yeah. Considering that Plagueis gets a new Padawan as, Papa Palps,
Yeah.
right? Like, this shit's not going to work out for them.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to actually watch or read some of the interviews that I wanted to see.
It was very hard for me to find interviews that were like the actual interviews and not
Just
people critiquing the
Yeah.
interviews.
For me, like, I honestly just didn't have time. Like, I had a very, very busy work week.
Yeah.
I picked up a few shifts, and that I literally had no time to actually get into that stuff.
But
But overall, yeah, I like the series. 7.5. I hope we get more from it.
well, like
I really, really do.
so two things. First of all, Sherry, have you seen The Acolyte? I'm curious. And secondly, I'm a numbers guy, and it's very difficult to find ratings for shows on streaming services. I did see this one site called Nielsen, who, on a week by week basis, they put out the top 10 shows of like each streaming service. And when The Acolyte premiered, right, it was at number 7 with 438 million minutes watched, and then it dropped down to 370 for the second week, and then it's been out of that top 10 ever since.
Oh, okay.
And normally when you see shows ratings, it's kind of like a U shape,
Yeah.
right, where the premiere gets a lot of views,
Yeah,
then
bounce
it
back
goes
towards the
down,
finale.
and then the finale
Yeah.
goes back up. The week of the finale, the number 10 was 288 million views. So it tells me that it didn't get nearly as high of a spike as it probably should have,
Yeah.
which makes me think that if I'm a Disney exec and I'm looking at the ratings, because they'll have all the numbers,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if the ratings justify a season
And
two.
season 2, yeah. Especially when it's such an expensive series to make.
Yeah, I think I did the math, and if it was, I had the finale at 287 million, so just putting it out of the top 10. If it was that, then you divide the number of minutes by how long the episode is, and there's a lot of a lot of variables, like
Maths.
like how many people were just watching the whole series that week, because
Yeah.
that adds to it. How many people just watched it for 5 minutes and then turned it off, that kind of thing. We don't know that, but if you do that math, I think it came out to about I don't remember, like
That's all right.
3.1 million views.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a second season. I just kind of...
No,
I hope it
6.6.
does.
6.6 million views.
Still not bad, but still.
It's not bad, but like, does that justify?
Yeah, probably not in the eyes of Disney.
Yeah, so I don't know if we will get a
Great
season
Mickey
2.
Mouse. That makes me sad. I feel like their story's not done. I feel like they could finish it in a second season. Like, it doesn't need to go like
Oh,
3
they
seasons
might
long.
go, if they really do believe in the story of the show.
Yeah.
They might do like a Serenity thing.
A movie or something.
Yeah, where they'll put out a movie.
I don't feel like they would go the movie route. I think if they're going to be finished with it, they'll probably, or like if they're going to finish it, they'll probably just do like a book or something. Makes the most sense to me. But yeah, it just, obviously those character stories is not finished. Like, May's story's not finished, Osha's story's not finished, Chimer's story's not finished, and Vernestra's story's not finished. Like, we got to get like a conclusion to all of those characters.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So just super quick, I'm gonna go through all the characters. You tell me what you liked about them, what you want to see more from them, and
Sure.
all that. All right. So let's start out with Venestra.
What did I like about her? I liked her weapon.
The 3 seconds we saw of it.
No, she's very like, how do I put, like, she's very like stern. She doesn't seem like a fun person.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can be very plain, but I don't know. her character is very like by the book, it feels, until it had to do with her shit, and then she's like, oh, cover up time. But I like her weapon. You know, I think like the actual like universe, like because I haven't read the High Republic books. I feel like her character is probably better in those
Well,
than it is in this. But it's also I feel like she's probably jaded from all the shit that's happened and
yeah. So
the falling out with her pupil and whatnot.
from what I understand in the High Republic books, is that she was a very gifted Padawan who made the rank of knight by the age of 16. And then during some battle with the Nile, she decided that she was going to leave the Jedi Order and become a wayfinder, a way seeker, or something. Basically, she isolates herself to focus on the Force. And then, for some reason, after 100 years, she comes back to the Jedi Order and does what she does in the Acolyte. But yeah, I'm not really sold on her character.
Yeah, it's an alright character. It's not like she's the worst, but it's just like you don't like love her kind of like you love Soul and Kibir and stuff. She doesn't have that charisma aspect.
Speaking of, what do you think about Soul?
I mean, Soul was a really well done character. He had a really good like conflict, and you could see him struggling with that throughout the whole show,
Whole series, yeah.
especially once you get that. Like I said, it's weird to say this, but like the series for me is a lot better on that rewatch because you like have the context, so you're able to like figure out what the characters are kind of thinking in those moments more and kind of understand. So like in the first run through with Soul, like you still get that conflict, but you really like you can really see him like acting that conflict a lot better on the rewatch for me. But he was a very good character. Like I don't think we'll get to see more from him in the future for obvious reasons. But I think he had a really like interesting and good run in the series.
I absolutely loved him. His character was,
no Qui-Gon, but he's still good.
Essentially, yes, Qui-Gon, but Lee Jung Jae fucking killed it.
Did a good job.
He probably the best performance of the whole show.
Yeah, I would say so.
He made that character his own, and how his character was written, not necessarily the greatest, but he portrayed it as best as he could, and it solid performance. So let's go to Chimere then. The other very good performance of the show.
I just thought the character was like I really liked how he's so like two-faced and like his acting and stuff, like being able to act different characters in a different persona. And I'm curious to see like because he talks about what he wants, and what he wants is to be free from like the Jedi's kind of like policing, but he wants to use his power how he wants to use it. So I'm curious to see what he plans to do to achieve that goal. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be able to achieve it. The Jedi are still around. But I'm curious to see what he has planned, especially since it entails having a pupil of his own. Whether that is overthrowing his master or whether that is like working to break down the Jedi like order and make them more of a valuable organization than they've been portrayed to be.
If this show does get a season 2, I'm more looking forward to Chimere's character than the actual story of the Acolyte. He pretty much stole the show. Yeah,
once he showed up in episode 5 for sure.
Yeah, he absolutely killed it, and he is the most interesting character in the show.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to who the show was supposed to be about, Osha and May. I'm going to have both of them together for this one.
So, Osha, I'm curious to see where her journey goes, like what her path is going to be through the dark side, because that's eventually that's where she falls, as of the finale. She, like... I like her, but it's also like because she has that forced perspective during the series, it like I don't know, it makes me like it irritates me, but it's also just like she has that perspective, so of course she's gonna act the way she does, especially thinking her sister is responsible for like all of her coven and her mother's death. Like she's very angry towards her sister, and that's very like evident throughout the series. So now that she's kind of like let go of that anger and has like kind of redirected it now towards the Jedi, in my mind, I'm curious to see like where she's going with that. As for May, I hope she gets to like remember her sister at some point. I hope to see her go down her own path, not being tied down to her sister, because basically throughout the series she was doing everything she did because of what happened to her coven and what happened. She thought her sister was dead.
Right.
So I want to see her go in her own direction and follow her own path, which I don't think we'll necessarily get for a while because she is going to be pretty much a tool of the Jedi to find Chimera and Osha,
Yeah.
at least for the foreseeable future.
Right. Let's go. All right. So let's do the rest of the. You know what? Let's do Jeki and Yord.
Obviously, I don't think we'll see much from them in the future.
No, but
But Yord, I didn't mind him. He was like he kind of felt more like what a Jedi Knight should be. If that makes sense.
He's kind of like the epitome of by the book. He's definitely the guy who's like, he reminds me a lot of like someone who really wants to be in the army or like the Marines or something, and they just for whatever reason just can't make it, and then they finally make it and they're like, well, I'm a Marine, like I'm gonna always dress in my blues everywhere I go, you know, that kind of stuff, have my boots polished to look like a mirror, that kind of stuff. He definitely gives off that vibe of like, I am the pinnacle of justice, and I will uphold justice because that is what is in the book.
It definitely it feels like being a Jedi is his whole personality.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Jeki, I really enjoyed Daphne Keen's performance as Jeki.
She did a very good job.
She could fucking throw hands. I'll just say that.
She fucks. She fucks.
I liked her character. Like she was kind of questioned. Like she also is very much like a stereotypical like what a Jedi should be, but she felt a little more nuanced and like. She felt almost like she was kind of like discovering herself a bit before the end of what happened to her. Like I felt like she was like coming into her own as her own type of Jedi.
So there is kind of a reason to that. I can't remember the exact name of her species, but her species is very much into the arts.
Yeah,
and
you
expression.
mentioned that before. Yeah.
So having that needing to be suppressed to be a Jedi is what kind of gives her that sort of personality and kind of gives her that reason of like why she's always like permission to speak freely because she wants to, but she knows that she can't. Which gives an interesting conflict of character. Yeah.
She definitely felt like more emotional of a Jedi. She had some good humor. I liked her and Osha's relationship. So it was sad to see her go. And yeah, I would have liked to see what a like Jedi Knight Jeki would have looked like. But unfortunately,
that's not
we
gonna
won't
happen.
get that.
All right, and then we'll finish out the rest of the Brendok 4. Torben, Kelnaka, and Dara. Obviously, they're not going to be around in the future. But what did you think about the characters? Any criticisms or anything like that?
Kalnaka made sense. He was very clearly obsessed with what happened on Brendok with his like scrollings of the symbols and shit.
Yeah, I think if this
like
gets to season 2, we're gonna dive more into what those symbols are and why he was so obsessed with them.
I feel like he just had a lot of regret about like what happened with Torben and Soul and like getting possessed, but that's also not really his fault. But
Yeah.
I feel like he feels like it's his fault because he was like weak enough to be possessed.
Yeah.
Like he had that opening that the witches were able to take advantage
Well,
of.
and they might go down the route of like the reason why he's obsessed with those markings is because there's still kind of like that residual
Yeah, something
mind
like
fuck.
that. Yeah.
So maybe that's why he left, is because he's
Yeah.
kind of going crazy from all that, which would be an interesting plot thread, but I don't know.
I really, really liked Indara.
I didn't like her in the first episode, but in the flashbacks ones,
It's
amazing.
yeah, like it's weird because in the first episode you're just like, oh, she's kind of feels like a bland Jedi, just kind of there to be killed. But like
Yeah.
when you understand what happened back on Brendok, and like she definitely recognizes May during that fight when she sees the symbol and stuff.
Yeah.
All that kind of makes sense, and she felt more like a female Qui-Gon, I feel like, than or maybe a female Obi-Wan than more of an Obi-Wan, because Soul is more of a Qui-Gon. But
I don't know. I kind of got Plo Koon vibes from her.
I could see that, yeah. Plo
More
Koon as well.
more of like I'm trying to teach.
1 second.
Yeah. I'll just talk. Where it's like I'm trying to teach my Padawan, patience and all of this other stuff. Not so much like, oh, I don't know. I just got a lot of.
She was a very good
vibes.
teacher, I
Yeah.
feel like.
She
Even
really
though,
saw like the whole picture.
yeah,
And kind of like was trying to be accepting to all points of view, which I don't know, that feels very Plo Koon to me.
no, I could see that. Yeah, I really enjoyed her as a Jedi. She's probably my second favorite Jedi in the series. I mean, Soul, it's hard.
It's hard to beat Soul.
Yeah, his performance was just so good, and he had a lot more screen time than Indara.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed her. Torben, it felt like he felt like a child a little bit.
He was very.
But you understand that because he's like still super young. He's still a Padawan. I feel like he was probably in his teens.
Yeah, so that's
Like we don't know his exact age.
we don't, but so
And obviously the man was stressed the fuck out after that
Yes.
shit went down.
because
The receding hairline. You don't get that without some stress.
so and that's another criticism of the show is I don't think they really understood like the times of things. Like they made Vanessa 100 years old. They made 116 years
Yeah.
old. They made Plagueis 100 years older than what was perceived
Yeah.
in the expanded universe. They made Kiadi-Mundi 100 years older. So what happened on Brendok it happened 16 years ago. Torben in episode 2 obviously stressing the fuck out, but he also looks 50.
He doesn't look 50. He looks like a man who's stressed the fuck out. Like, if he was 50, there'd be like wrinkles and shit. He looks like somebody who's like having a
Don't
midlife.
say that, because I'm almost 30 and I've got wrinkles all over my face.
He looked like he was somebody who is like having like a midlife crisis.
All right.
You know, like he was like probably like 36
Okay.
or something like that.
So then if he was 36.
36, 34, I don't know.
So if that's the case, if he was, we'll go with 36. That means that he was a 20-year-old Padawan,
Yeah.
which is unheard of.
I don't think that's necessarily unheard of.
Padawans tend to be around the mid to late teens
I don't know if that's fully factual.
because they get taken when they are very young, usually
Just
around
look
4
up his
or
age.
5.
Because that will answer these questions.
Fair enough. Torben.
You got it. Yeah, he looks stressed the fuck out.
Yes, he does. Why the fuck won't this open up?
Because we're on stream.
Of course, right? Well, I'll just open it up on my phone. Fucking Torben. It just said that he died in 132 BBY. But
Yeah, he said.
it doesn't really say how old he is.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's like at least like 34.
Right? So then during Bread Doc, he would have been 18.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a little bit more believable, but like I don't know. It just feels like the timing of things just seem off in this show. But
Fair enough.
yeah.
Any other characters you want to talk about?
Just one more. I feel like this actor was severely underutilized,
Yeah,
especially for who he ended up being. And that's Raincourt,
Yeah.
the senator who's trying to audit the Jedi.
That's why we need a season 2.
He
Bring Raincourt back.
I forget the guy's name, so just bear with me here.
Yeah, I really enjoy him as an actor.
No, give me fucking David
Harewood? Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Yeah, David Harewood.
David Harewood. He was in Blood Diamond. I didn't realize that it was him. He's like the captain guy in charge of Blood Diamond. Phenomenal film. Like he's in Supergirl as
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter. Yeah,
Yeah, I hope
he's a
like,
phenomenal actor.
he's
I love
another
him.
reason I would like to see season 2. I just want to see season 2. Give me season 2, please. There's one character I didn't like. I mean, obviously Basil was like kind of meh.
Oh, don't get me fucking Basil.
But I really didn't like the Jedi that like Vernestor kept talking to, who like she's like, what do you see? And like the one she got to organize
Her Padawan.
is that her Padawan?
Moog or
Yeah.
Mog?
I really didn't like it.
Like he's so fucking inept. Oh my god.
He just yeah.
He
Sorry, no, not my favorite character.
But
And that could just be the way. I feel like it's more the way the character was written than anything.
yeah, again, it all comes down to it seems like the writing has been the weakest part of this whole show.
Yeah, so yeah, that character I was not a huge fan of. But other than that, I think most of the characters did a good job. Like Vernestra, I'm not like a huge fan of the character, but I feel like that's just because that character lacks like actual charisma. If that makes sense.
She ain't got no riz, man.
Literally though. But that's also I think just the way the character is like meant to be portrayed at that point, like very stern.
Well, we've been talking about this for an hour and a half now.
Yeah, I told you. It'd be
That's
about an hour and a
a
half.
lot longer than I thought it was. So, I think we're gonna go head into any final comments.
Nope, I just want a season 2. Please give me a season 2 eventually. This probably would have worked better as a like if they did a trilogy that was the Acolyte. That'd be like 3 2-hour movies. But I understand why they want more. Like I want more Star Wars series too, but it's just the format wasn't the way to go. Like splitting it up the way they did, and it probably needed to be a bit more serialized. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head into the stream or into the game.
We are back in
Oh,
this
shit.
facility.
Every fucking time, man.
Oh, your
every
trophies up?
time. God, I am just awful.
That's all right. Let me move this shit out of the way, though. So last we left off, what's in my gotta remember controls.
Is that everything? I think that's all. And then I'm just gonna turn off the music.
They only have 7 bullets left for the Magnum. Looks like it.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So we're basically going to go.
Do I need to take a picture of that?
Yeah,
Oh, son of a bitch.
we're gonna go do the injection thing and make the formula to get rid of those creepy plants,
Oh, that light.
and then we'll run from Mr. X, and then we'll try to finish up the game because we're pretty close. Store. What else can I bring with me? A knife should be fine. I feel like I should probably bring the flamethrower fuel.
Yeah? You think?
Yeah, I think 2 slots is good because we pretty much
Sure
like,
about that?
I'm not sure, but I feel like it'll be all right.
Okay.
Fuck Mr. X though. All my homies hate Mr. X.
He is the Edmonton Oilers fan.
Man, I always see like there's so many people who actually like the Edmonton Oilers that I feel like
They just get on the bandwagon. They're just like, they don't like the Edmonton Oilers. They like Connor McDavid.
yeah,
That's what it is.
we're not Oilers fans.
No, I mean we're in Calgary. Like how you can't be.
It's a shortcut to the presentation room.
I don't know. I completely forget what we're even doing right now. But
Oh no,
yeah,
we're trying to get that
yeah.
so we can access further along.
Oh yeah. Also, let us know what you want to see us review next.
You know, the Batman Cape Crusader might be a good one. Do you have Prime?
No.
Oh fuck, yeah, never mind.
Right. I got Netflix and Disney. That's it.
Damn it. Because that Batman show looks lit.
It does look really good. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I was thinking maybe.
Oh shit! I needed to enter that shit in the fucking thing. Okay, god damn it.
Okay. I was thinking maybe doing like a tier list of the Disney shows.
Disney
Disney
Star Wars,
movies.
Disney Marvel. What were you?
Sorry, Star Wars. All right. So which one do you need first?
Just the one we took a picture of.
There you go.
This isn't cheating. This is called using your brain. Oh no.
No, because it's the skinny one. That's
Yeah.
second.
Da-da-da.
And then the fat guy.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And then go to enter.
Oh yeah.
Come on, dude. Every time. But
I know how to use computers.
but yeah, so I think doing like on the at least the Disney movies, or not the Disney movies, the Star Wars movies, because I know I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Oh shit. Not good.
That is not good.
Where's this plant I was trying to get? Oh, here it is.
Gotta get that herb, man. So yeah, if we do like a tier list, then that's like the OT, right? Episode 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you talk about like even the movies and shit.
Yeah. Then doing like episode 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I remember this. This took us a long time.
Yeah.
Then doing like the like, so episodes 1, 2, and 3, Clone Wars, Rebels is kind of like, so I had it broken down into like 3 different eras.
Yeah.
Right? You had like the Lucas era, which was the OT. Then you had like the partnership era, which is like episodes 1, 2, and 3, Clone Wars, and Rebels. And then you have like the Disney era, which is 7, 8, 9, Rogue One, Solo, the live action shows, Resistance, Bad Batch. There's another Disney Star Wars movie I can't think of. Disney Star Wars movies.
Oh, fuck. I love this. I feel like I almost had it and I just fucked it up. Okay, so we gotta keep that. Okay, I think we got this. No. We don't have this. I almost had it, and then I fucked it up, probably.
All right. I'm going to say flip it to that. And then... okay. That didn't really do anything, but okay. And then... brother. Brother!
I was just putting it back. Okay, and then
Okay.
what?
Flip those two.
Put that in.
Put it over. Flip. Yeah. Put it over. Nope. Put it over. Yep. Flip. Put it over. Flip. Put it over.
It's not.
I get that. Flip. Put it over. Flip. Put it over. Flip.
Oops.
Put it over.
Okay, I see what I think I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, I was almost there.
I'll give it. You get credit for that. As usual, you solve the puzzles, and I just do as said.
I am the one who think. All right. So what do we go?
What are we missing? Oh no, it's just the band. I keep some crazy.
You got a
shit we're
band?
missing.
Hella sus, bro.
Yeah, my favorite band, Jazz Cabbage. Woo!
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I wish I could just slide down these ladders like in every other video game.
So what? Where are we going now?
We're gonna go do the freezing thing with this serum. Which we tried to do last time, and we're like, oh, we need the serum. And then we're gonna go put the thing in the presentation room and disperse it and get our band, and then we're gonna have to run for Mr. X and deal with him the rest of the game.
Lovely.
Oops. I'm not putting the flamethrower in there.
Could you imagine? You know, I watched an old movie yesterday. Fucking great movie. Emperor's New Groove.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
It is so
cool.
good.
I like that 90% of that movie is improvised.
Yeah.
I watched Boy Kills World yesterday. Highly recommend that movie for action movie fans. It was phenomenal. Some really good, like... It was like... It feels like a typical story, and then it's not, and like, I don't know. There's just some really good shit in that. I don't want to spoil it by saying what happened, but I do recommend that.
You know, there's three movies that I want to see Disney do a live action remake of. Emperor's New Groove would be fucking hilarious as live action. It would be amazing. The other two, Atlantis, The Lost Empire
Yeah.
or The Lost World, so good, severely underrated, needs to have a live action remake. And also one of my favorite movies ever made, Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet is phenomenal.
Live action Treasure Planet would be good. Oh, let's whip that knife. Oops.
I know I've said this before, but the coolest thing, the best thing about that movie is everything that is organic in the movie is hand drawn animated, then everything mechanical is CGI. And they have a character who is a cyborg. So half of him is CGI and
Yeah.
half of him is hand drawn. And it's just, oh, chef's kiss. It is so good. Would have been an absolute pain in the ass to animate,
Totally.
but oh, so good.
I like to see Atlantis live action too. That one's also really good, but it's
Yeah.
also like I feel like that one's a little tough to do, but it'd be sick live action.
I think it would actually be fairly easy to do in live action.
Be it.
Yeah, Treasure Planet would be more difficult to do in live action.
Aliens and shit.
Yeah, but Atlantis should be decent. Like we should be able to do it pretty decently. Is he a Zombo?
That did the trick.
Um,
I don't remember.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization.
I want to say no.
Have been
did we kill the? Oh, I guess we killed the plant dudes.
Yeah, because the herbicide. He is not a Zombo.
Oh, why did I hear plant dudes? Yep, I'm running. I know.
Oh, didn't kill all of them.
I know.
Did Mr. X show up here with
Yeah.
Claire as well?
Yep. He shows up here every time. Now we literally just haul ass all the way around. Saving might have been ideal, but I also just don't want to waste time. Yeah, I hear him in the background.
I don't. But maybe your hearing is like super sensitive now. Now that you're on edge.
Where are you at?
Wow, you completely missed him.
What the?
Nigga! Okay,
with
the fire
fire.
got him.
Oh, that's lucky.
Is there anything in this room? Nope.
Nope.
We're gonna save real fucking quick and then
Jesus Christ.
continue
Almost
on.
50 saves, bro.
Yeah, I save a lot. That's just who I am as a person. I'm like, I don't want to have to do this tiny shit over again. Okay. Okay.
Alright, 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 alright. Okay, now ladies. Man, I love Outcast. Andre 3000.
There's some good music back then.
Oh yeah. Roses. Miss Jackson. Hey Ya. Oh, what's that other one?
Oh, do I have the thing? I do, thank God. What is it? OSS. Is there
What's
anything
that other
else I
one?
need to pick up?
It's not coming to me right now. But oh, do you know which one we have to put it on?
Yeah.
OSS.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty. Wait, how can Mr. X get over here?
What do you mean?
You took out the bridge.
I took out the bridge?
Yeah, the bridge collapsed and then it opened up for the level 3. Didn't it?
No, I think it's still up. I guess we can just discard that. Time to watch a movie.
Dude, VHS hits different, man. 1998. I was 3 years old.
I was one.
Dr. Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
We have our orders,
Bro.
Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time.
Is that supposed to be Chris?
No, it's Jay Martinez,
Oh,
who our POV is.
but is this like Chris's group?
Our orders were to bring him in.
I don't think so, because I feel like Chris is still out of town. I'm not sure how long.
You telling me you're not
Between-
well versed in the lore of
No.
Resident Evil?
If we had to take him out.
We had a snafu.
That's correct, sir.
Because this is Umbrella, I'm pretty sure.
Just the
Yeah.
then.
That makes sense.
Move.
Excuse me.
Those were G samples.
Speaking about Umbrella, I found out yesterday that Rihanna's song Umbrella turned 17 years old today.
Wild.
17.
Congratulations, Rihanna. We're so happy for you.
Makes me feel old. Like, incredibly old. Because 17 years ago, I would have been 12. And, that's just terrifying to think about.
I really wish like I could organize this chess so everything was just together.
Fair. Oh, I won't be able to stream on Wednesday morning.
No?
No, because I'm a dumbass and read the wrong schedule, wrong
Oh,
person's
that's no good.
schedule. So I'm working Wednesday morning, and so my stream will be Thursday morning instead.
Got you.
Yeah.
I have all this gunpowder, but I really just want to make more Magnum rounds.
And because of that fuck up, I think I might make it a little bit of a longer stream.
Today?
No, on Thursday.
Thursday, got you. Oh, literally what I just wanted.
Oh, bless. So glad I've been paying attention.
Thankfully, I don't think Mr. X comes over to this section here. If he does, I'm fucked, but I think we're okay. Let's combine Magnum rounds. Then we got all this extra gunpowder I think we can mess with.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Damn it, dude. What was I gonna say?
I don't remember.
Son of a bitch. Alright. You okay to do this for a little bit while I run?
Go for it. We in the end game anyways.
Okay.
Okay, we got everything. I honestly don't remember how much is back on this side here. Oh, this looks familiar. Down there looks familiar. Yeah, Resident Evil 2. These look like fun science projects. Like, if you're a part of one of these science projects, like, that looks like a good time. I don't know what that is, though. It looks like COVID. Alright, there's that.
That was easy.
Don't say that.
All right, now back to Ada.
Attention. Unauthorized removal of a level 4
Some more large gunpowder.
initiated.
More high grade.
The lockdown is complete.
Oh, this is large, yeah, so combine. Some more shotgun rounds are always good.
Attention. Unauthorized.
Store that. Alright, I think we're cooking. We can make a lot more handgun ammo, but let's do that at the very end. Let's just save real quick. Our 50th save.
Facility lockdown.
So we're save monsters, and
Drug sequence will begin.
I feel like Mr. X is gonna fucking show up and be an asshole.
Attention. Unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected.
Oh, never mind, it's Birkin. It is Birkin. Oh.
Oh,
He's mine.
Uh-oh.
Has to end.
Oh, at least you can see the game.
What's going on?
alright.
Literally no choice.
I think we're okay now. Just pull this back up. Yep, alright. Yes, Sherry. Resi Evil 2. We're gonna finish it up.
Yeah, we're right near the end.
Yeah, we're gonna finish this up, and then next week we're gonna dive into Resi 3.
That's the plan.
Yep. And then Resi 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Your umbrella too.
I don't know, some other games. Some other scary games.
Resi D's Nuts.
But we never meant for this to happen.
I guarantee you that there's definitely like a Flash game that's like that.
No.
Yeah, Resi D's Nuts. I'm looking it up right now.
You don't get away that easily.
What? I look up Resi D Nuts and I just get pictures of
Nuts?
of
course.
like actual nuts, not like pecans and cashews. That's too funny. Resi D's Nuts.
Just about to go down.
Yeah, no.
You made this monster.
No Resi D's Nuts.
Intended this to
I like how you're talking about Resident Evil Nuts while some intense shit is going on. The most dramatic shit. Classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this guy.
Yeah. I think if you're Claire here, you might fight Mr. X, or maybe do you always just fight him? I don't remember.
I think you fought Birkin.
This isn't the final Birkin fight, because there's a different Birkin fight. So maybe you always fight Birkin here, and then
I think so.
Birkin stage 3 fight.
He looks great, by the way. All right. Do you remember how to beat this guy?
Not particularly.
I
I think we aim for the eyes, but I'm just kind of trying to burn him. Okay.
Well, I think if you shoot those pylons, those canisters, it'll freeze them.
Oh,
Hello.
please no.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. That was tough.
He's just like, hold this.
I like flamethrower. I don't have to aim. Oh, that hurt. That's why there should be a dodge button.
Oh, wait till the next game.
Ah, look at all these bullets.
All this pistol ammo.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Whew, how did you not get hit?
it's called skill, bro.
It's called something. All right. Oh, only one more. Oh no, there's a couple.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Do you want to heal? I think you're on red.
No, I already healed.
Okay. I must have missed that then.
Bro, chill.
Relax.
Okay. I ran into a wall there.
All right. All right.
This is where we heal.
This is the bad times.
So we're gonna use that because a little bit of armor.
And that's not the good times.
Haha.
Oh,
Haha.
one more.
Okay.
Okay. Oof. Hey, buddy, that's a mighty
Man,
red
I
eye
need to
you got
fucking
there.
learn to aim.
I think he needs some Visine.
Do you say I need some Visine?
He needs Visine. With how red his eyes are?
Oh, it's the chest eye.
Ah, yes. The giant goober eye.
Bro, chill. Chill. Hey, there's no need for that.
Bro.
You already have 4 arms, you don't need to fucking hit me with a fucking wall, bro. Ah!
Okay.
Okay. I didn't scream, you screamed.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for pain? For spice cream?
For my scream.
Alright, he's just having a fit right now.
Bro.
He's not having a good time.
Bro.
Gotta stop, like, walking into walls here, man.
You know what? I'm fucking trying to just fight for my life. Whether it's working or not, that's a different question. I still
Okay.
feel like this is easier than
Than actually
the
aiming.
bullshit with the fucking crane, but you know.
The thing with the crane is just... You just gotta time it.
There we go.
That was lucky. You didn't even hit his eyes.
Hey, they're spread.
With like a single
There's-
pellet hit the eye. And that
They're
was it.
spread. Come on. First try. Let's go. I did good. Praise me.
Let's go. First try.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
This is why we need a soundboard. Bow, 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 bow. You know the horn.
Yeah, the fucking air horn.
Yeah.
That's the next major investment is a soundboard.
Ooh, Magnum round, sick.
I literally thought you just said Mega Man.
Not
I'm
quite.
like, can you imagine? Well, I mean, it's a Capcom game.
It's true.
Just rolling around with a Mega Man lemon shooter.
Resident Evil, Mega Man crossover 1.
Do it. Do it, Capcom. And set it in the Monster
Am I
Hunter
hurt?
universe.
Oh, I definitely am hurt. That's alright. Oh, there it is. It's like, there's another item in here. Where is it?
Oh, flashbang. That would have been nice.
That's alright. We did good. Still got flamethrower rounds. And we picked everything
Yeah, you're
up.
all good now.
Let's use this, though.
Birkin's got that yap. I'm sorry. I just say things. I don't really think about what I say.
Yeah, that's all good.
Jesus. That looks bad.
Feels
That looks
worse.
bad? Yeah, you think? Like, all of her ribs and her back is broken.
Right?
Just tell me you'll destroy that G sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
She's hot.
I mean,
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary. She's gonna sell it. The G-virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
Bullshit.
I hope you're right.
You okay, buddy?
you good there?
G-virus gets into the wrong hands.
Why were they even... I want to know why they are making this shit to begin with. I'm sure it was probably in some of the computer files we didn't read, but...
Probably.
like, how would you ever think this was a good idea?
It's probably like one of those things where it's like they did it to see if they could.
Sometimes you need to stop and think about that.
I mean, that's the entire it's the entire reason of Jurassic Park.
True.
They
Alright.
wanted to see if they could bring back dinosaurs, so they brought back dinosaurs.
Let's stock up on shit.
Think we can finish this in an hour?
Oh, yeah. If I don't take forever in these menus. Laughs maniacally.
All right,
Hold up.
bro.
No more gunpowder. But let's take out another knife. And then we got... Okay, I'll stop organizing. We're good. We're good.
Attention. Self-destruct.
Why do I feel
Oh,
like
self-destruct. Oh,
Mr. X
shit.
is gonna show up here?
Of course he is. You have to take the fucking gondola.
Oh, she hacks it. Okay.
Cheater. Fucking, I had to do so much. Well, you did. You had to do so much work just to get to level 3. She just walks up and is like, "Boop."
I was getting worried.
No, we make a good team. I gotta ask you something.
Way's clear. Please, tell me you got it.
Oh, I got it.
Well, I got it all right.
Let me verify the G sample.
Got it right here. Sorry.
Before we do that, I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Because I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
I really hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you,
Look, I'm just doing my job.
and I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you
I'm a
in.
police.
Hand over the sample.
I'm the fuzz.
I don't want to hurt you.
I'm the 5-0.
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
Power of friendship activate.
Oh, shit.
Annette, yeah.
Yeah.
Annette, you ruined it. We had the power of friendship going in everything.
Was that the G-virus?
Yeah. Because he couldn't put it in a secure pocket
Of course not.
with our
He has
60
fucking-
plus bullets and
He has military fucking
2
webbing.
knives, right?
And
Yeah.
he's just like, nope. I'm just gonna have that in my shirt pocket. Why not?
See, if it was me personally, like the safest spot is just between the cheeks. Like, that's where you gotta keep it. If the vial cracks and breaks, oopsies.
He's just like waddling all over the place. Like,
I love you. Don't let go.
Spoilers. She shows up again in 4.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
No.
You son of a bitch.
How? How does she survive that?
She lands on the G virus and gets it.
Grapple gun.
Superpowers.
Fucking Batman shows up.
Justice. Justice for Leon.
Leon got all that riz. Oh
Alright,
yeah,
here
we're on
we
a
go.
timer. Should we just wait the 9 minutes? See what happens.
You blow up. That's what happens.
Use the central elevator to evacuate to the bottom level train platform.
Can this elevator go any slower?
No, they gotta give us this like cinematic. This facility is blowing up.
Oh yeah. May must have lit a fire on some rocks, and that's what's causing the meltdown.
That's exactly what's happening.
God damn it, May!
It's not just Star Wars.
You fucked us.
Self-destruct sequence.
All right, let's go.
To the bottom level
You got-
Oh shit! I shouldn't have picked
yeah,
that up.
you shouldn't have picked that up, but it's healing, so
destination.
justified.
Claire, how the fuck do we not see you?
Yeah, walking around this whole this whole thing.
Small ass facility.
Small.
It is small.
Do you see that giant chasm you had to walk over like 4 times?
Yo, it's big, but the actual space you can walk around in is small.
It's not about the size.
Yeah. There's a way out. We can make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Does Leon have a double chin?
Hey, Leon, you're breaking up.
Forget about me.
He's a butt
Get
chin,
out of
but
here.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Damn it.
He doesn't have nearly that sharp jawline that thought he did.
what's in here that I didn't pick up?
You can't pick up anything. Oh my god. You're killing me, Smalls. Oh shit. Save number 51. God damn.
There's some zombies in here because fuck me.
Of course
Oh, they're
there
the
is.
plant
Plants.
zombies. I wonder if this is where they got the idea for Plants vs Zombies.
From Plants and Zombies. Did you ever play the shooter?
No. Garden Warfare? No.
Yeah. I heard that it was really good, but also not that good. Stop grabbing
Hey,
shit.
it's just automatic. Don't blame me.
It's just a fucking gamer reflex.
Hey, go down. Go down. We're not.
Don't you dare say those
nothing
words
back
to
up
me
there.
again.
Go. Go down.
Hey! Not on stream.
Is this a fucking joke?
A little bit. Ha, get deked.
Sorry, what? My mind just like turned off for a second. What'd you say?
I said get deked.
Oh.
Woo! Can't stop me now.
Yeah. Me now, I'm having such a good time.
Oh shit, okay. Okay.
I'm having a ball. I still find it hilarious that he's just like the disgruntled shop owner. That Leon stiffed.
Get fucked.
And he's just like, I want my 550.
He's like Xavier and Juggernaut hybrid. Just realized.
How Xavier?
He's bald.
Really?
Yeah? The fuck do you mean?
Juggernaut's not. Juggernaut not.
Oh, shit.
Juggernaut is not.
Okay, at least they're like, you know what? You need to put some shit back, so...
Can you imagine if the timer still kept going down while you were busting around?
I hope I don't need that ID band. I think we're fine. Probably don't need 2 knives. We're gonna keep that because I'm ass. Grab that. Grab that.
Why are you? You're not even going to be using it again.
You never know.
Oh my lord.
You never know. Am I hoarding in a video game? Yes. Absolutely. Right.
I feel like this is exactly how the D&D session's going to go.
No, what?
It's going to get like overburdened at like every 5 minutes.
One of my D&D characters literally just like is all about meat. So he's just like he's always
Luffy.
Yeah.
He's a monkey D. Luffy.
He's stealing meat whenever he sees it.
I kind of want to...
Bro.
God damn.
How'd you get that arm? What the hell?
There's actually 2 Mr. X's. One turns into Nemesis. He just like grafted himself with Birkin. That's the real story that we want to see.
Okay, what the fuck? You need to chill, sir. This is a video game. There's no reason to be so upset.
I kind of want to do like a One Piece D&D. I think that would be
Woo! Mr. Fireclaws.
He's got them hot hands.
Okay, alright. We're in danger.
Stop.
We're in danger.
Things
We're just
are
gonna
going
stop
okay for
time.
me.
Okay. Epic music. Cabe, just let me set you on fire. You're already on fire. Let's just make it symmetrical.
Let's just cover that bald spot with some fire.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Missing bullets when he's big beefy dude.
That's what they used to call me in college.
Yeah. How you like that? You bitch.
I like how you just
Okay,
ignored what I said.
Sorry. I mean it. Insults and all.
It's all good. You called him big beefy dude, and I said that's what they used to call me in college. I mean, not actually. People actually called me Coltrane.
Bro, that was my eye.
I don't need no Lasix.
Woo!
Damn,
Bro.
he's got mad hops.
Why are you so angry?
He's so angry.
Woo!
He just wants to give you a birthday hug.
Yeah, how you like that, huh?
Take this! Take this!
You're fucked.
I love the choir going absolutely fucking nuts.
We'll call it even.
The quad.
She's still bae.
Yeah, the quad.
Woo!
Okay. In the blink of an eye. Trophy unlocked. It only took one shot.
Yeah.
Do not
We were
miss your
fucking him
chance
up.
to blow.
Probably that grenade, probably.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Okay, alright.
You better lose yourself in the music you want.
Do I need to pick this up? No. We still got 4 minutes. I don't know how all that took only.
Oh. There's killing and then there's overkilling. And you missed three zombies with a rocket.
It's an explosion. They don't need to fucking.
It's splash damage.
Yeah, what the fuck? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, dude, get on the train.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we have
Get
to
on
do
the
that.
New York subway.
I totally forgot there's this whole other sequence. I wonder if we have to do that.
Do what?
You'll see. You'll remember as soon as it happens. If it happens.
Do we have to deal with like another giant croc thing? I think so. It's the New York subway. Just
New
a
York
regular
subway.
day on the New York subway. Oh,
That's-
see, you still have it.
Guess so. My only memento.
Can't believe I actually miss her.
She's hot, I get it.
Like, yeah, man, like,
Oh, okay, well, throw away your only memento.
you have to let go of the past, man.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hey, Gollum girl.
We made it.
Just like I said we would.
Is it not gonna happen?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Now, before we get a copyright strike for
There's
the music,
no way we're gonna get copyright strike on
we did in the first one.
on this.
No, in the when we did the thing, the actual playthrough with Claire.
Did we get a copyright on this?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's so stupid. So stupid. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do
I'm
this
just
to us,
gonna
YouTube?
hit skip.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, hit skip. I'll put it back.
Okay, here it is.
Uh,
Oh, I guess we have to do that on Claire's playthrough.
6 hours, 17 minutes.
B.
B for
Yeah.
B's nuts.
For B for best. Best playthrough of all time.
Absolutely. No one can compare. All right. Well, we still have a little time, so
Oh, look at all the all the goodies we unlocked. New game's second run has been unlocked.
okay.
Ooh,
what
costumes. Okay.
Leon.
You can customize. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What about?
cool.
Oh, we can't do Claire yet because we have to play as Claire.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, so then we do Claire, but
To get the full experience, you can just watch the Claire playthrough because we already did that as our second run.
yeah, at youtube.com/clubnorthcaitlin.
Although that playthrough is jank as hell.
Oh my god, it is so bad.
Rock band mic and all.
Should I pull up the first episode and we can watch it?
Oh no, I don't. I don't want to cringe at myself on stream.
You were always like we should do reaction videos. Let's react to our old content.
I never said let's react to our old content. I said let's like react to TV shows and movies.
Let's react to our old content. Let's do it.
God.
Let's do it. Are you down?
How much time do we got?
Fucking 35 minutes. Yeah. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, I can't because we're streaming. I can't pull up YouTube. I don't think.
No. I don't know if I should put it up on here or
It's up to you.
whoa, what?
You don't know this?
No.
Yeah, this girl's dead, and when you visit creepy orphanage earlier, but this is yeah, you
All right.
play as her while trying to hide from creepy fucking police chief. And Time
Okay.
to Mourn and Forgotten Soldier.
Let me
Don't have the tofu mode, unfortunately.
son of a bitch. Playlist, sort by. We'll just go all the way to the bottom. Oh man.
God.
Pause.
At least we have to look at ourselves too.
Yeah. Let's see.
React to our own content. I think that's a first. It's a first in all of YouTube history.
Window capture. Okay.
I just remember getting jumped by Mr. X in that playthrough,
Yeah.
screaming.
That was good.
Because I was like, there's no way he could be right behind me yet. He's fucking...
He was right
On
on,
my
your
booty.
right on the booty. Well, I don't want us to get covered, so camera goes all the way up. Put this below. All right. You can't hear it, so I guess let's do this. Well, let's do this. Let's
turn that one off.
yeah, let's do that. And
Oh, lordy.
let's do that. All right. Are you ready?
No. But, here we are.
Oh my god.
You know when you, hear your own voice in a recording and it just, irritates you? Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
geez.
stuff.
Episode 1 of our Resident Evil 2 playthrough.
How many episodes was it? 28?
28.
Yeah, that's where we're doing 15, 20-minute videos.
Resi 2. This is also back when it was on the PS4.
Yeah.
This game is just a buttload of lots of fun.
Man, the audio quality is so bad.
It's better than I thought, but yeah, it is not great. We literally had a rock band mic, taped
Duct tape
fucking
to a music stand.
Yeah, this game is.
Well, we've moved up in the world. We got some better mics.
Yeah.
I got my Blue Yeti here.
You got a fucking Sennheiser, bro.
Cooking. Got some proper headsets. I don't think we had these before either.
No, not at this time, because I bought this because it came with a mic, but
And then our fucking... What were you using again? What's the term for it? The card?
the capture
Capture
card.
card? Yeah, that's the one.
The capture card was like a
$50 capture card.
from like China or something.
I mean,
It was not great.
Quality.
Oh man. Got that burger.
That burger looks gross in this. That looks gross.
Not that appetizing.
it's got a little.
God. I'm excited to play Resident Evil 3 though.
Yeah,
That will be a first for us.
on the channel definitely. I think you did a playthrough.
I've played it before, yeah. I have beaten it, but 4 will be interesting because I have not played that one.
Yeah, and it's a very different one. God damn.
Yeah. This is us.
This is the very first YouTube video we made.
Was this the first one we did?
First one we did, yeah.
Shit.
So, hopefully my heart doesn't explode during this. We'll be okay, I think. So, I mean, I'm not the one playing, so that's not gonna.
Another series I want to play on the channel is Evil Within.
Yeah.
Because that one I've tried to play a few times on my own, but I've only managed to get to chapter 2 each time. And
Yeah,
then I stopped.
will preface that
Put-
you're not gamers.
Not wrong.
We're not even gods yet. We're just gamers. You know what?
we're just game.
I have to say that playthrough we just did, you know, we got B for best, so
I don't even remember what we got on Claire's.
probably like B or something.
Do you remember that back in the yeah, it's junior high. I remember specifically junior high like our camp.
Oh man.
Alright. Just like got sent to cabins or whatever. Yeah, I don't know that good time. I had like one of those disposable flash cameras. Okay, yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
It's like,
Oh yeah, and we tried to not swear.
Did we?
Yeah, we tried not to swear.
I don't give a fuck.
It's the flash, right? Yeah, there's no film. There's no film. No film. It was just a flash.
Oh, talking about you throwing a fucking disposable camera
I wasn't the
into.
Oh god.
All right, this is where Dominic gets canceled,
Yeah.
It was fun.
bro.
Because that just not.
So like, you know, like when you go to like outdoor camps in school, like you go for like a week or something. This is in like grade 6, and I brought like a cheap disposable camera, and like it had run out of like picture space, but like the flash still worked when you like throw it. So it was like a flashbang, and we like threw it into the fucking bathroom.
God damn.
Yeah, it was funny because it scared everybody, but
You got your
yeah, canceled. You have to remember I was probably like, I was like 12,
Gonna get canceled.
but yeah,
those.
For
I don't
something
even
that
think it was
happened
me
15
who
years
threw
ago.
it in the bathroom. I think it was one of my friends because we'd just been fucking around with it. But yeah, it was funny. It was typical school shenanigans.
Why the fuck are we talking about donuts?
Because they're fucking donut. Who doesn't want to talk about donuts?
I think they're all donuts. But here's the question: what's your favorite donut?
Maple bacon. Facts.
Oh, man. We were funny back then. What the fuck happened?
Right?
God damn.
It's the pressure of having the camera watch us at all times. We need to get rid of the camera, honestly. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You know what? I think there is a Krispy Kreme.
Oh, we're talking about Krispy Kreme. Oh, yeah, Krispy Kremes do slap.
Krispy Kremes do slap.
So it always reminds me of like cheese pizza for some reason. You know when you get like a piece of pizza and like cheese just like gets pulled? That's what that scene reminds me of. I'm not a cannibal, I swear.
Oh. Seriously, like what the fuck happened? We were funny guys,
It's
man.
just fucking life. I went back to school. Fucking work became shit.
Work at this time was actually fun. Like I looked forward to going to work when we were recording
Yeah, It's
this,
so bad now.
but now it's just terrible.
There's just too much drama going on at our place of work.
Yeah, we can't really get into it,
Yeah.
but it's just not a fun time.
There we go. See?
Bacon maple donuts.
Krispy Kremes, though, that was, you know, those are the shit, too. Oh, God.
Oh, we're talking about jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, jelly. They make some good donuts. Shout out jelly. Oh, there's also like that new donut place. Just a few blocks from where I live. It's called Maverick.
Where?
It's across the street, the main street that goes down. I don't want to say where because I don't want to get doxxed.
Oh, we'll get doxxed, but
We're gonna go out. Eat something.
Yeah, no, Maverick. They make some good shit.
I don't know. I gotta look that shit up.
Life was too short,
I'll tell you where it is, Austin.
especially when you eat donuts. Okay, wait.
Still going on about fucking donuts.
This is. Oh, yeah. So, was his car the one that was at the gas station? I don't know. I feel
Yes.
like it was just from
Yeah.
that.
I think we figured that out when we played.
I want to know where it is. It probably was. I don't see it. Well, there was that other cop car, so it probably was. So then, how did he get?
Raccoon
Maybe that's
City.
his cop car. Sure.
No, because he had the Jeep. His Walking Dead ass intro.
Yeah,
I think that's what. I like this intro. This intro.
it is a good intro.
It is, yeah.
Bro.
I'm physically ill.
Come on, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. I'm just kidding. It's just weird, like watching yourself. I find,
Yeah,
or listening to yourself like that.
yeah. At this point, we didn't even have a camera.
No.
City, in Cal.
Oh, we were talking about The Last of Us. Before it came out, I think.
Yeah, because it was being filmed here.
Just absurd. That game, right? Stress inducing. Yeah, 13.
Yeah, I'm excited to play 3. It's a little bit different for sure, having the dodge mechanic, but I find it just as stressful, especially because Nemesis is...
Always on you.
Yeah, and you like want to like try to defeat him whenever he shows up, or get him down on a knee, because then he drops like good gear,
Right.
For now. May change, may not.
like weapon upgrades and shit like that. So you want to like dodge him and fuck him up, and then run.
Share with your friends. Sorry for the
Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
Because what?
Still do that.
500 subs.
we need you to do that, please.
Do a face reveal. I don't know. We'll do it.
Yeah. I
We'll
mean,
do a face reveal.
more views and likes would be nice, but
Oh, that's bad.
I completely missed a what?
I said at 500 subs we'll do a face reveal.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
that's gonna be a no from us.
As of 50,000, I'll do fucking VR Resident Evil. So
50,000?
that's what we said,
It
right?
is the US.
I feel like that's reasonable. You guys, you can get there. If everyone,
We
you
get
know,
to 50 subs, I'll make them do the.
no, that's like 10 something.
That is only
That's
10
not
subs, so
happening.
please like, comment, and subscribe.
That's not fucking happening. Don't lie to the people.
I mean, I'm just putting it out there. If that's what the people want, right?
There's like this city underneath Philly or something that's been like on fire. Yeah. it's like-
I'm pretty sure I'm just talking about something that's not even for this game. I think it's for Silent Hill.
Sure, if anybody watches this and comments, then I'll just very nice to know right away. It should be a movie about that. That's crazy.
This is crazy. This is like 4 years ago, eh?
Just city for like 50 or 60 years. So it's just like constantly
Fact checking yourself in real time.
Yeah, I am. So I'm talking about the Centralia mine fire, where a coal seam caught fire, and it's still burning today.
We're not a PG channel.
No, we're not. Yeah. Silent Hill is based off of Centralia, not Resident Evil. So I'm completely wrong in that.
That's all right. That one.
Yes, you are. Call in the past, you are wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of just along for this.
Almost there.
Alright, cool. This is going to be a very fun ride.
Oh, by the way, they can hear the stuff on the.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just an FYI.
Excuse me, kind sir. Where'd you get that jacket? That jacket. Oh, that's for sale. And now I forget where to go. Okay, so, alright, we're off to a great start. It's very bad.
I'm pretty sure we did this in this playthrough too.
We did.
It's just so. Alright. Well, do you want to call it before I end it? Or call it an episode? Alright.
I mean, that wasn't that bad.
We talked
wasn't
about
that bad.
donuts. It was good, you know. We were actually funny back then.
Yeah.
Then life happened, and
Yeah. I don't
now
know.
we're just cynical.
Oh, yeah, and I'll put it back to this. Here.
That's all right. I was just looking at shit on PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun trip down memory lane.
Yep. But all right.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. Could have been worse.
I'm joking.
But
What's
Yeah.
that game called that it's like Dead Space but not Dead Space?
Prey?
No. The prison game that came out.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
You will if you see it. It's made by the same people who made Dead Space. I was just seeing if it was on sale. There's some good games on sale.
Space.
Like starts with a C, I think, or something.
Developed by Visceral Games.
Came out a few years ago.
Battlefield Hardline.
That's
That's the last video or the last game that they put out.
What's it fucking called? Just look up Dead Space Light game.
Oh, the Callisto Protocol?
Yeah, that's the one.
There you go.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That game looks.
Oh, that's what's happening. There you go.
Doesn't look like it's on sale.
No.
We got some fits though.
Shit looking fly as fuck. Oh, you know what other game we should do?
Oh my god, Vanquish! I haven't thought about that game forever.
Oh, Signalis! Is Signalis on sale? Fucking son of a bitch! Signalis is such a good game.
I wonder if I just can't access the store and shit because it's like
Could be.
the capture card. I think that's what's happening.
It could be.
For your own safety,
Yeah.
we will not record you buying shit.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, actually. But, man.
All right, well, that was the end of the playthrough and the beginning of our first ever
A
playthrough
little
on the
trip
channel.
down memory lane.
Yeah.
It was great. Not nearly as cringe as I thought it was going to be.
No, I'm sure it gets cringe when it starts freaking the fuck out and
Oh, yeah, like
crashing
in episode 3
all
or
the
4.
fucking time.
Yeah.
That playthrough crashed so many fucking
Oh my
times.
god. If you...
My PlayStation like started dying at this point in time. Like my PlayStation, I got it like fixed for a bit and it lasted a little bit, like maybe another year.
Yeah.
But now it's pretty broken again.
Yeah, it was not having a good time
No.
when we were doing this. I think it did like end up crapping out on stream.
Like once or twice. We might have like
I think it was
re-recorded.
actually like 3 times.
There's a few episodes we definitely like re-recorded.
They can see what you're going through on the side.
That's all right.
That's funny. But
Yeah, all right.
yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks
yeah.
for listening to our Acolyte review.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. We don't know what we'll be reviewing next, but we'll figure it out.
Figure something out. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends if you think they'll like it. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit the follow. Yeah. I mean, anything else? I don't think so.
No, just have a good day, folks.
Yeah.
Take it easy, or good evening, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not going to be able to stream on Wednesday morning. Going to be streaming Thursday morning instead, and it's going to be a little bit of a longer stream. So if you want to see, I think that'll be the end of Iki Island, that episode or that stream.
How are you liking the story and stuff so far?
It's pretty good. I'm still my mind's still a little blown about the references, and it sucks because I can't do the shrines until after I beat the game because you need specific armor that's much later in the game. So I can't even get all the trophies in the DLC until after I beat the game, which sucks, but that's fine.
I'm excited for if they do. Well, they are doing a sequel for Ghosts of Tsushima, so I'm excited for that whenever we get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Since I hit your phone, I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along. Yeah, we've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates. And they say communication, safe relations, okay. Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way. Cause I can see it on your face. I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? Cause I keep trying to figure it out.